Anybody has a question?
Thank you.
Yeah, Wilman Adik.
Hi, Vilman.
Hello. I just want to ask you guys if for a hotline number, do you using the phone that using WhatsApp or any chat application or anything, or you just phone call? That's all. Thank you.
Prabhas, you want to answer that?
What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
So, Vilman, you want to repeat the question?
Yes, of course. For the hotline number, are you using the phone that using a chat application like WhatsApp or anything, or you just hotline number? You just receive a phone call and just a voice message. Yeah, that's all.
Currently in Delhi, in both our phones, I think there is no WhatsApp or those messages. We only receive calls. But WhatsApp messages are good because in our Facebook page, we can integrate it with WhatsApp as well directly. And how do I show you? Where in the top of the page, it says send message. If you have a WhatsApp business account number connected to your Facebook page, you can directly chat on WhatsApp. That is a good part that can happen. I can try and show it to you if we get time in the end. I can try and show it to you.
Sure. Does that answer your question, Vilman?
Yes. So the phone call is on the.
Yeah, it can be both. Yeah. Great question,
okay,
man.
Great. Yeah, thank you.
Hasnath, PR Chair Dhaka, welcome. Please ask your question.
Hi, thank you, Amitabh. Hasnath, I'm an addict. First of all, thank you. That was a great presentation. We also we created our own Dhaka page, and we've been discussing promoting / media buying, boosting, whatever you call it. So I just wanted your opinion. Like there have been some talks about, we haven't started that yet. You see how when any page promotes or boosts through Facebook, the ad shows, it says sponsored, right? It's not just for our page, any page. So there have been some concerns, not concerns, like there have been some talk about how a sponsored post, when it says sponsored, that might indicate commercial intent. I am not of that opinion, but there seems to be a number of people who believe that that would not go with the spirit of NA. So I would just like to know what is your opinion regarding.
Yeah, I think what you're saying. It's quite interesting because absolutely it shows sponsored, and it does give a message that we are wanting someone to buy something from us or get something from us or reach us. And so yeah, I mean, that is have to be discussed. I mean, I totally agree with what you're saying. It does show sponsored. But what I would say is that as far as the results are concerned, we got much better results doing it the organic way and getting into large groups without paying anything than boosting. But this is something, of course, that needs to be discussed, that it does show sponsored under it. What to do about it? I don't know.
Yes. Thanks, Hasnath. I had a question, Prabhas, about putting your post on a political party's page, right? Now, to me, that in a way signifies affiliation. It's like we were invited to a political party's rally, and they said, look, we are also looking at the drug problem, and we want you to share the stage with us in the political rally. And we would say no, because if we spoke in that rally, it would appear political, because it is a political rally. Now, if you post an NA, now you're reaching 300,000 people, but what if another political party noticed that and said, oh, Narcotics Anonymous is affiliated to this particular political party. So do we really need to get into that affiliation, is my question.
Yeah, so see, there are two things. One is, see, firstly, I don't post it. What actually written on the political parties pages, for example, they share posts. Okay. So if they share my post, it will be, let's say, uh, the Indian National Congress, let's say, shared Narcotics Anonymous Delhi's post. Uh, so I mean, so they are sharing my post. So first, so it is not their post; it is my post that they are sharing. So see, this is something in Facebook which anyone can share anyone's post in a way that like I can share my friend's post and say that Prabhas is sharing Amitabh Bhai's post. So now, how are we affiliated is something. I mean, I don't know if we can think it like that, because it is like their choice. Like we are not saying what relationship we have with them, but it's like I don't know. See, they are sharing my post for whatever agenda, but the important part is that it is not coming from them. Like it is not coming from the Indian National Congress. It is coming from Narcotics Anonymous only, and they are putting it on their page. Like that's how I see it. But again, that is something that needs to be discussed upon.
Okay.
I agree. I agree, man.
Thank you. Thank you. So there's before we go on, does anybody want to say something on this question? Peter, you wanted to? Yeah, sure. Please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Sorry. I would think that the Australian sort of NA page, which is the regional NA page, we can't share that. We can't share that with other people. And I would have a problem if it appeared certainly on a political page or on a professionals page. Like, I mean, if you have somebody running a private drug rehabilitation clinic, somebody who's a drug and alcohol counselor or something like that, if they were to share the NA page on their timeline, I'd be very uncomfortable with that, because I would see not so much that we are affiliating them, us, but it gives that sense of the two being entwined. I wouldn't like to have that share facility on an NA, on an NA area or region page.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. These are points to think about. Look, we are all learning. We need to discuss this. Anybody else? Eric, would you like to offer your experience on this? Eric, are you here?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't like it either. I don't think that it's a very good idea. I mean, just to be honest with you, I'm personally opposed to posting Narcotics Anonymous as a entity on Facebook. That's just where I'm coming from. So, that just kind of about sponsorship or having that kind of message on there is just not what I think is the best way to do NA. To honor our traditions. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. So every area has to take a call on this. If you are comfortable with it, I'm sure every area has experienced members who are aware of our traditions. There was a question in the chat. Does any area have this Facebook page with public and friend list, share meeting list, etc., etc.? So what sort of friends does your page have, Prabhas?
So we have no friends. We only allow page likes, no friends.
Okay. So yeah. I hope that answers your.
Sorry. Can I say the question again?
Yes, sure.
Hi, my name is Rajesh. I am from Pokhara area. I'm PI chair and from Nepal. What happened? We have this NA Facebook page, and only the required membership we get, only the addict, yeah. And we have this Facebook. But what's the next agenda was when we were having this agenda, and what about the information we can give to the public? like vastly in a Facebook, easily available, because I'm in this kind of country where PR is very hard because the police from the ward, they are very rare to bring them up, to get together and do the PR. What's the new idea is come like from the one member, whatever we can do the Facebook pages to the public. The public directly get the message of meeting, like, oh, here is a meeting. I have my brother, I have a sister, I have my father. He's an alcoholic, he's a drug addict. Oh, here he can get clean. Like this kind of message to the public directly, because whatever this agenda is, why we can't do this one? We can't give the public, because what's the PR is to give the public. But what happened, like only the who wants to have the annual meeting, like if I want. Suppose if I'm a PR member, I go to the public, I show my faces, yeah?
Raj, sorry to interrupt. What is the question?
Question is how we can open the Facebook pages to public or different pages for the public about the information about the NA.
Right. Prabhas, you want to answer that quickly?
Yeah, what I'm understanding here is, see, what you can do is when you boost a post, you can, let's say, choose a radius of 20 kilometers, which can be in your city, okay, and then maybe you can have a video that you can make from your committee, like 1.5 minutes, putting down certain the address and the phone number or whatever, and then instead of broadly reaching a lot of people, you can choose a very small area. That's how maybe you can target. I mean, that's what I could understand from it.
Right. Thank you. All right. We have a couple of questions and then we need to move on. The recording of this with all faces removed, only audio will be available on YouTube, and when that is ready, we'll let you know. So in case you've missed anything, Joanna, if you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I just want to point out that we don't personally make up Facebook pages, that it is a PR committee, and the committee is part of the service structure wherever you are, wherever we are. So this is not a personal thing that we can just go out there and do.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So Prabhas created this page on behalf of the Public Relations Committee in Delhi. It was totally driven by the committee. There was not any personal effort at all. Wilman?
Yes, I would like to add something for Prabhas. Yeah. So we have to understand the Facebook page is like a mini website. So there is no photos, there is no friend list. This is also not a group or close group, yeah. So if the admin posted something, there is no name or photo that will be displayed. Yeah. So the Facebook page is for information. It contains the information for the public of NA, like NA meetings, like the recovery message, like PSA, public service announcement for a video or everything, like for a hotline. So if people reach out to us, we also have a Facebook page. After we see Pravas in the last meeting, we encourage to do the same also. Thank you, Pravas, for that. And if people reach out to us through the message or through the hotline, it's also the anonymity is also we do the anonymity also. So no violated for tradition once or ever. We do the anonymity. So and also the committee for of PR, like in area, also do the this is a group project, not personal project. So the committee PR also do this. So it's like a mini web, yeah.
Yes.
We also know many websites in the internet, yeah. Just like that, but we just using Facebook for this. Okay, thank you. That's all.
Thanks. Thank you, Vilman. Thank you. Prabhas, if you can put your official email in the chat, maybe people can get in touch with you if they have any further questions. Can you do that?
Amitabh, I have a question for Prabhas.
Sure.
Yeah. Hi, Prabhas. I just want to ask you about how effective is this boosting feature in Facebook? Let's say you were mentioning that with $3 you can get 84 clicks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
No,
And
like, yeah, it sets somewhere between 25 to 84. Like, it is generally around 25, 30 or 35, let's say.
yeah, how effective is that? Do we spend money? I mean, if we are going to spend NA money, we should be accountable for that. If we're spending without any
Yeah.
result to it, so why bother? So I'm asking how effective it is for us to boost the page.
Yeah, so that's a very nice question, Saeed. And see, this is something. See, our first boost, it was not a successful one. Okay, so we used around 900 rupees. It was not successful. And I would also like to put it out there that, you know, when you start doing it, you will have to put in some money to figure out what combination is actually working. Or like, you know, should you attract messages? Should you attract calls? Should you do detailed targeting? Should you just keep it wide? These are certain things which, let's say you put $2 each in all the sets, or $3 each over a period of, let's say, 2, 3, 4 days. Then you'll have to figure out that what is it that is best working for the committee. So absolutely, see, this is something we cannot be very sure of, Saeed. Absolutely, you are right. We cannot be very sure of that it is always giving us the results that we are expecting. But this is something that we can just try, and then we can, you know, figure out slowly. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to take the last question because I can see Yoshi is getting really bored and he has to do this helpline stuff. Don't worry, Yoshi, we're coming to you soon. I know it's been a long session so far. Mesam, if you can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Hello everyone, hope you're keeping well. Thank you for reminding me about this workshop. I'm Amita. Hope you're well. So you know, I'm at work and I'm late, and I couldn't understand actually what's your idea about I mean creating and making any Facebook pages, because you probably know that creating and using this kind of application in Iran, in my country, is kind of difficult because they are I was you know, checking this and comparing with our website, our NA website of Iran. So do you mean what you are tracking and discussing? It's something we are doing via our website. We have no, you know, friend list. We don't have any, you know, stuff like our friends were talking about. We are just, you know, informing our events and so on by our website, but it's may be not a good example of creating Facebook pages or something like that. I just wanted to ask you, please, if possible for you, Amita or other friends, please make me clear. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Prabhas?
Yeah, I'm not very sure what the question was. Sorry.
Is it like a website? What is the need? If you already have a website, why do you need a Facebook page? I think.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, the website is something that probably, you know, we as members see. That is another form of marketing. I mean, the website will be very good when you are going into Google Ads and that stuff. Okay. I mean, Facebook is something where we are reaching to a totally different and a wider audience who, let's say, who have never heard about NA, but now we are just trying to show that NA is also there. Okay, website is something that is, let's say, one thing, I come to NA and I know that there is an NA website, so I can have a look at it. Second thing is, if I do some Google ads, something, then they can go on the website and check stuff out. So it is not something that what is on Facebook cannot be on the website. I mean, see, let's say the Facebook and the website can have the same content, but we can reach quite different and quite wider audiences through both the website and the Facebook. So, that's what
Yes.
I'm trying to say.
Yes. And just to add, Mesam, because of the pandemic, a lot of our traditional ways of carrying the message have stopped. So we were looking at virtual, like for example, NOS now has an Instagram page, and we know a lot of young kids are on Instagram. And to reach young people from a younger demographic, it's important to have that way of reaching them. So it's just an effort to reach out to more people with this kind of stuff.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Peter, we need to move on. Do you have a question or you want to add something?
No, I just back you up. I mean, the Facebook is a way of getting information about how to contact NA out into the public arena, and I think it's a good thing as long as it's not interactive. As long as it's a static page that you can only look at, you can't interact, then it's good.
Yeah, and that's an important point. That is why we had Prabhas come up and share the process. As you noticed, it is not an interactive page. It is an information page. Only the admin can post stuff, and that information reaches people. People cannot post stuff on that page, interact with it in any way. So, thank you.
I have a question. Last question.
Sure.
So I have one doubt about the. There was a.
Can you introduce yourself? We don't know who you are.
Prashant,
Okay, hi
I'm
Prashant.
Hardik. So I have one question about the regarding of the money matter that he was talking about. There is a 230 rupees about to call about the phone calling or what he was saying in the page.
Right.
I have some doubt in that things, no, because he was talking about the $3 it will cost around. So the costing for the money that if they want to call in that page or some often me who is in the page, the amount I was just confused about that amount he was talking about. Please explain why the amount was showing in that page.
Okay. So what actually I was showing was, see, there is one thing called the Facebook automated ads. That is something where it asks us what is it that we need. Do we want people to call us? Do we want people to message us? Okay, then it gives us an estimation that if you spend this much money, this is the result you can expect. But as Saeed was saying again, that if it says between 25 to 85 calls, firstly, how many calls we receive, we can't be very sure of that. Secondly, what quality will they be? Like out of those 30 calls, someone is asking me, oh, what does this drug mean? Or are you the drug police or something like that? That can also happen. So again, we can't also be very sure of how many of them will convert that way. But that is just an estimation, we can take that we might receive those many calls. And then only after receiving those calls, we can get to know that how is it working. Yeah.
Right. Thank you.